Sensation back at you with another video. This time we've got the webcam set up on the, it's not really the streaming computer, but it's the editing one. I've got a heck of a video for you today, something I discovered right here on the internet that's going to help a lot of you out. I know I've been doing Windows 11 on unsupported hardware, but if you're a big Windows 10 fan and you want to stay with it, well, guess what? I got great news for you. It's not going to drop in October. Your regular Windows 10 might if you're running Windows 10 Home or Professional. You're going to lose support for that in October. But if you want to keep Windows 10 going, I'm going to show you today how you can do that. That's right. If you look, we're looking at Windows 10 IoT Enterprise LTSC 2021. And the reason we're taking a look at that is because it was actually launched on November 16th of 2021. The mainstream end date was set for January 12th, 2027. But they're going to extend the date on this one until January 13th of 2032. That's right. If you want 8 more years out of your Windows 10, well, we're going to show you how to download Windows 10 IoT Enterprise LTSC 2021 today. That's right, and get it installed on your PC, and you're going to keep rocking that Windows 10 for another 8 years right here. That's right, Sensation, only on Sensation. But let's get started. Here's what you got to do first. So we got the web page open here. What we're going to put in is Windows 10. Just like we were looking at it on there. Windows 10 Enterprise. I'll put a space in there. Let's try that right. Enterprise LTSC. Listen, when you do this and you're searching it, I mean, it's easy for anyone to type in Windows 10 Enterprise LLC. When you're done, put archive at the end of it. ARCHIVE. You're going to download this from archive.org, and I recommend anyone do that. So I've already downloaded it, and I have it here, and I already have it on a USB. So make sure you have a flash drive, USB flash drive ready, because you're going to need to create that. But I've already downloaded, but I'm going to take you to the page right here, so I'm going to click on that. And archive.org 64-bit LTSC 2021, that's the one you're going to want to download because that's what we looked up the support on. So when we click on it and scroll down, you're going to see right here, there is a 4.6 gigabyte file that says ISO image. Go ahead and click it and download it. And when you get it downloaded, it's going to be in your download folders. So we'll take a look at that real quick. Right here in mine, well, somewhere in mine. I don't know where it went. It was in here. I probably drug it out of here, so we won't take a look at that. We'll just minimize this. And right here is our Windows 10 or Windows 11. That's Windows 11, but this might be the Windows 10. Yep, right there. Windows 10 Enterprise LTSC. So go ahead and get that downloaded. Get your flash drive ready, because you're going to need to do this next. So take your little flash drive, at least 8 gigabytes, okay? 16 preferably. Pop it in your USB in your computer. And we're going to open, I use Rufus. That's what I use for a bootloader. And I have that in my downloads, so let's go ahead and go there, and we'll open Rufus up. All right, so we got Rufus opened. We're going to take a look at what I'm doing here. You see disk or ISO image, please select. Go ahead and hit the select right here. We know that we got Windows 10 Enterprise. You can see I got Windows 11 there too, but we're going to use Windows 10 Enterprise. Windows 11 Enterprise, we'll have to check on that, but I would say at least until 2034. So a couple of more years from this one. It may even go longer than that. So you're going to give this a couple of minutes or a minute or so. It's going to say that it's going to get ready right here to install. So you got your Windows 10 Enterprise, your file system, everything here. You can show advanced drive settings right there. It'll list USB hard drives, format, volume labels. So once you get all this loaded in and it's ready to go, click the start button right here is all you got to do. It'll create that USB boot drive for you. And then when we're ready to install it on a system, in just a few minutes, we're going to get it installed, and I'll show you how to install it on your system and set it up. And then I'll tell you how you can get it activated and get a key code for it. So right here, this is probably one of my favorite videos. This will be one of my favorite ones because we got Windows 10 fully supported until 2032. And you've seen it on Microsoft's site just the way I did. So it's going to be a different Windows 10, and what the heck, you know, everybody could use a clean install. You can use a clean install on your computer. I mean, let's be honest. You got a bunch of garbage on there you don't need no more, so back up your files, and let's get ready. We're going to do a clean install, but we're going to do it on my old trusty Dell XPS. I can't give that little quad core up for nothing, I'm telling you. That's one of my favorite little computers right there. So we're going to do it on the old Dell XPS, and we're going to install the Windows 10 Enterprise LTSC. All right, this is going to be our target computer for the Windows 10 Enterprise LTSC. Long term, it's going to be supported till like 2032. Want to plug the USB in over here that we created with the Rufus installer. Hit the power button, and then we're going to find our boot key. So we want to find the key that boots us into the bootloader, and on this one it's going to be F12, it says. So we're going to span that F12 key until we get the bootloader to load up on this thing. Yours could be anywhere from F8 to F12 for the bootloader. Let's go select the USB storage, second one down, click enter. Any key to boot. We'll press any key, and you see it's already going into the installer. That's what that little dash there does. That's telling you that it's loading, so we're going to load the installer. Alright, the installer is up now. We're going to click the next button here, install here. Before you do this, if you're replacing a Windows 10 version that's going to expire in October of this year, in October of 25, make sure that you back your files up. So find a external hard drive or something that you can back all your files up to. You can always re-download all your games and your apps that you had, but the files are something that you won't be able to replace once you delete them. So right here, I'm going to select the top option. And maybe you can see that there's a heavy glare on this old screen. But there's the top option, the Windows 10 Enterprise LTC. I'm not going to use the N. It is going to be the 64-bit installer. And we're doing this on a 2006 Dell Inspiron 1501 laptop. So I do want to stress that out there. This is a great choice for these older operating systems. We're going to set the license agreement here. Click next. Custom install, and this is what I want to show you that I do. I'm going to completely, because this has only got 120 gig hard drive, so I'm going to go click on the first option, click delete. I'm going to go down to the second option, click delete. This is going to empty everything on the hard drive. Third option, delete. Once I got all those deleted, you can see I got my 120 gig solid state drive showing up here. So I'm going to click next, and this is going to take you right to the installer. It's going to start installing Windows for you. Windows is just about installed, so you're almost there. We're almost to the Windows 10 Enterprise LTSC installation. I'm going to show you a little bit of stuff about this after you get it installed. Really good choice for gamers, though, and I'll tell you why. It's a good choice for you gamers out there. This is a stripped down basic version of Windows 10. It's going to be Enterprise LTC. To get it activated, you can go to SB Keys or any of the key sites to get you a $10 or $15 or $20 key code, whatever they charge for them. But when it activates, it's activated, and it's going to stay activated on that device. And you can again get service updates for it until about 2032. We're doing the restart on the Dell 1501 right now. Yes, I don't know if it's a good idea to put Windows 10 64-bit on our old AMD Turion laptop here, but we're going to do it anyway. It needs some kind of operating system, right? It's basically installed now. You can see the little spinning wheel down there where it's booting into the Windows sign-up screen, and you can sign up without, if you disconnect your Ethernet cable, that's another thing. You don't have to sign into an account. So starting services right here. I love the screen on this old thing. I mean, you see a lot of glare on it, but 2006, just much better screen than my new laptop has on it. I'm an old guy. I can't get rid of this old hardware. I just can't. And why not get use out of it until 2032 or as long as it lives, right? And you can see what it come with originally. Does that say Windows XP? Yes, it does. But it does, in its defense, it does say it's Windows Vista compatible. Oh, what an abortion of an operating system Vista was. Yep, I remember, I think the first OS I used was Microsoft 3.1. Pre-1995. And then we got Windows 95. And it just went more from there. Windows 98, 98 SE. Oh, and the infamous Windows 2000. Nobody will forget about that one. That's old like me and this stuff. But all right, so we're doing the install. Yours will do the same thing, but modern computer's going to do it much faster than this old Dell is. I do got this thing hopped up a little bit, though, and what I mean by that is it originally come with the AMD Turion 64 single core, and I found a Turion 64 dual core to upgrade it to over the years. And I also maxed the memory out, which is hitting real heavy at a 4 gigabytes of memory. So you can see we got the bootloader once again, and I'm not going to let this carry on too long because you get the gist of how to install Windows. Most of you probably already know how to do that. But once we get in there, then I'll show you what I mean by a stripped down version, why it's good for gamers. But if you use the Microsoft Store to get apps and stuff, then I'm going to also include in this video how to download and install the Microsoft Store. Because it's going to delete all the apps and bloatware that come on Windows initially, and you're literally not going to have, you're going to have just the basic Windows. I mean, your taskbar isn't going to have anything on it. You're going to have your Windows search bar, and that's it. You won't have anything else on there. So I'll show you how to download the App Store, but we're there now. It wants me to connect, and I'm just going to tell it I do not have internet, so that'll let us get into the installer. Go ahead and click continue with limited setup on the left. Don't connect to the internet. If you connect to the internet, you're going to have to sign in. For a name on this one, we'll just put Dell. It's a Dell laptop, so we'll call it Dell. No password. If you get it, you'll be able to get right in here, but sadly I don't sign into any accounts on it. So alright, so we're going into Windows now. It says we're getting everything ready for you. Alright, you can see we have booted into Windows now. So we have Windows 10. I'll pull it up for you. Also show it's not activated. I'll have to activate mine. I can show you the site that I'll go to do it, but I just want to show you that we got what we say we do. So there's the specs of this thing. She's rocking out an AMD Turion 64x2 mobile, like I said, 4 gigabytes of RAM. Go down to the OS here. It's hard to see with the glare on this screen, so I apologize for that. Windows 10 Enterprise LTSC 21H2. Shows when it was installed on. But if you want to activate it, now you can see there's nothing down here, just the settings menu where I opened it, and if you hit the start menu, there's literally nothing there. You got some files and stuff. We want to get into the file folder though. So I have to get Windows system maybe. Yep, file folder. Once I get the file folder opened, I'm going to right click down here and pin it. I like to have that pinned to my taskbar. So we're going to pin the file folder there, and I'm going to go ahead and do that to get started. But the other thing we're going to need is the OS, and you see Microsoft Edge right here. So we're going to click on that to open it, but the problem is we haven't connected to the internet, so let me connect to my Wi-Fi real quick. And I just want to do this so I can finish this video out. So I'll turn you away while I put my password in, that way I don't have you guys and gals stealing my internet. No, I'm just kidding, you don't know where I live anyway, right? So we don't want other PCs to connect to it. This is our old crap top, I call it. So we're connecting to my router right here. Oh, I found my Wi-Fi adapter. That's nice. I'll complete this setup. Oh, keep it unfocused. I don't need inspirational or nothing from them. And we're not going to sign in or sync data or nothing. Google. Windows 10 key. It's that simple. Not Win 8i. Windows 10 International. No, it's not international. Enterprise. Right there. Enterprise key. And when you Google that, bam. All kinds of stuff comes up. So one of the ones that I have used in the past, and their Copilot's going to throw an answer up and give you that key code right there. I don't know why it offered that for free, but there it is. That's not what I do. I go to, there's GitHub and Major Geeks, and you can go there. The Windows Club sells keys. Microsoft, How to Geek. So once you Google it, you got plenty of options. G2A.com, there's plenty of options here. So choose whichever one you want. Once you get your key, then you're going to want to go to the home screen here. We're going to go down to the bottom of this to update and security. Once we get there, on the left hand side, you see where it says activation. And then go down here when it says to activate Windows. Click change product key. And then put your product key that you buy right there. So that's it. The only other thing that you might want to do is install the Microsoft Store, because it doesn't come on this. So none of your store, your Xbox stuff or anything like that will come on it. So I'll show you on the other computer once we get you hooked back up over there how to do that. But it's searching for a display driver. I'll have to install the drivers and stuff on it. But we got it installed. That's Windows 10 Enterprise LTC, 64-bit right there. And like I said, this one I showed you at the beginning of the video on Microsoft's website that'll be supported until like 2032. So let's get over there, take a look at the Microsoft Store, and we'll wrap this thing up. All right, congratulations. If you got this far, it means you got Windows 10 International on your USB and installed on your computer. So I'm running Windows 11 International on my editing PC here, and I'll show you that in a second. Not International, Enterprise. I don't know why I'm saying International. Stop saying that, jackass. Enterprise. Windows 11 Enterprise LTSC is what's on this computer. You can do Windows 11 the same way. The nice part about the Windows 11 is it does not have the hardware requirements regular Windows does. So where you get your computer's not supported, well, thankfully with Windows 11 Internet of Things Enterprise LTSC, you do not get that message. So that'll be a separate video installing that. We're going to focus on the Windows 10 Enterprise, but here's the thing. When you install it, it's going to be a stripped down version. So if I pull this up, you're going to see there's hardly nothing here, right? GoPro webcam, OBS Studio, la-da-da-da-da-da. But you see right here where it says Microsoft Store, and it says recently added because I recently added it, and the store does work. It's not signed into. I haven't done that yet. So, but the store does work. I do want to show you that. If you go to apps and games, you can sign into it, update it, do whatever you want. and the store works fine. And I'm going to show you how I added the store in case you want it for doing Xbox things or anything like that. So that's the last thing I'm going to do on the Windows 10 LTSC install. So I'm going to open up a web browser here. And we're going to load these pages up. It was January 13th of 2032. That's going to be the extended end date to Windows 10 Enterprise LTSC 2021. So you're going to have a lot more support than October right there on your system. So I'm going to look at putting the MS Store, Microsoft Store, Windows 10 IoT installer. So let's click that right there, and it's going to open it up. You're going to see a lot of options, even on Reddit and stuff, for installing this. I want you to ignore that stuff, and I'm going to show you why in a second. Go to the GitHub right here. Click it, and it's going to pull this up. So this is a Microsoft Windows 10 LTSC 2021 Microsoft Store installer. So what I want you to do, it's simple. Go to the right side over here where it says Releases. And you see 2022-4-1, January 4th of 2022 is the latest. So I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to go down here to Assets. And I'm going to install the Microsoft Libraries and Store.zip. So I'm going to click this right here, the second option. And it's going to download really quickly. So let's go ahead and close this out because we can go to our downloads and do this now. So when you get to your download folder, you're going to see it right at the top. I want you to right click it and extract all the files. So go ahead and extract them. And they'll extract really quickly just like that. It's going to open up another box for you, and you're going to see, actually you're going to be in your extracted files, I believe, but let's say you're not. Oh, install Microsoft libs. So right here, I'm going to open up the ones that are extracted. So what you're going to look for here is the Windows batch file. I want you to right click that and run it as an administrator. It's going to open up a box, and it's going to install the libraries you need, and it's going to install the store. So you'll have a working store after you run it. So when you go hit your Windows key, and click on the store, and boom, your store will pop up just like that and run, and you'll have that back. So that's one way to add it back. Basically, though, you're going to get a really good version of Windows for gaming because this thing is stripped down. But if you do photo editing, video editing, and stuff, and you want the photo and video editor from Microsoft, you're going to have to install the store and get it because that's an app. The movie player and stuff like that, that's all in an app too, so you'll have to download the store. I'm going to recommend that you do download the store and install it just for that reason. Other than that, though, it's stripped down, which is great for gaming. We know all the bloatware bogs our gaming down, takes away FPS and stuff like that. So this way doesn't do it. Again, your activation on it, just like I said, just put in Windows 10 key. Let's try that. Windows 10 key. I'll try to do a better job now that we're stable on the computer here. So we don't want Microsoft or Reddit, but let's look at G2A. They're global, so we'll click on it. So platform, Microsoft, Windows 10 activation. Just make sure it's for the enterprise. You see how that one's professional, this one's global. You want to make sure that you get one for the enterprise. You don't want to get it for pro or any of that because a pro key will not work on this. So it's got to be an enterprise key. So that was one of them. Here's electronic first. This is going to be a Windows 10 Pro key. Again, we don't want that. Oh, you can look at other videos too, and there's key companies that actually sponsor some of the channels. My channel obviously isn't big enough for that yet. So I'll put enterprise key. I think this is a great option for anyone that wants to stay on Windows 10, though, when they drop the support to it. If you go to that GitHub, there's a way to do it, but I don't recommend that. I don't recommend it. All right, so you see Key Mix, all these places have it, right? It's $31.99 on Global. It's $14 right here on wholesale keys. Key Mix, it's $9.45. It's $15.56. So you get the gist of it here, and that's it. Once you get your key code in, it's pay for that. It's fully activated, and you are ready to start loading all your apps and stuff back on it. But I told you it was going to be a fun video. It was. I got to put Windows 10 on my 2006 Dell laptop. And who would think that a little Dell Inspiron 1501 made in 2006 could potentially be working in 2032? I'm not going to promise you that it's working in 2032, but I'll guarantee you when we ring 2032 in, I'll fire that bad boy up and it'll still have an activated Windows 10 on it that is still being supported for another 13 days. That's right. January 13th is of 2032 is going to be the end date on it. So enjoy it. Enjoy your Windows 10 on your old hardware as long as you want. Up until January 13th of 2022. You can't beat it right here on the Sensation channel. We just showed you how to save your Windows 10 and make it live longer and give you a stripped down version that you can game better on. And then we showed you how to install the Microsoft Store. It doesn't get any better than that. Make sure you you comment. Let me know how it went for you. Did the install work for you? Were you able to find a key? Let me know all that down in the comment section. But like, comment, subscribe to this channel. I need the subscribers. I need the watches, the likes, hit the buttons. Let's get these videos out and get them going. Not going to find any more clear install than that right there. It's a clean and clear install. We'll put it that way. But we will catch you on the next Sensation video. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you later.